So the success of Veronica Roth's best-selling trilogy was incredible for a first-time writer. When were you first introduced to Divergent, and what were the draws of playing Tris, Shailene?
I was first introduced to the book via the studio, and I really loved that. I fell in love with a lot of things about Tris, but one of the main things was that you got to see how she became so strong and how she became empowered. And also at the end, even though she is a heroine in a sense, she doesn't have everything together. You know, she's very broken still inside, and she's also still a fragile young woman. And I think that that's interesting, and I liked that knowing that there was 2 other books to come, that there would be a lot of different colors and depths to explore because of the fact that she is so young, and even though she seems powerful on the outside, is still very weak on the inside. Or not weak, but help me out. Is still very
finding an identity.
Yeah.
And Theo, how about 4? What drew you to him?
His tattoos. No, I like the concept of a man who is very kind of closed and has a lot of demons, and you're not really sure of exactly who he is and which kind of side he's on. And then through the course of the development and the relationship between him and Shay's character Tris, they start to fall in love, and he starts to trust, and he starts to open a bit. And I also liked, to me, when I read the book, there was a certain stillness to him that was inherent in his character, and I thought that was an interesting thing to be able to play and to be able to explore.
And I spotted Veronica Roth's cameo in the film. How much contact did you both have with her when preparing for the roles and while you were on set?
She was on set a little bit, but for the most part, it was it was mostly, I think both of us approached Neil if we had questions about the characters, and sort of left Veronica out of it in a way, because you have to be sort of careful about what movie you're making. Are you making the book or are you making the script? And we both were definitely loyal to the script.
Yeah. J'agree.
And the fight sequences for both of you are pretty brutal. Are you both naturally quite active, or were the training regimes for these films out of the ordinary?
I think we're both pretty naturally active, yeah. So it was fine, but we had to step it up a notch, definitely, to get kind of stuck in. I mean, Shay's in every frame of the movie, so it's quite intense for her.
And you're quite...
And I had to get jacked. It all fell off very quickly.
You always say that, but you're still pretty jacked.
Because I'm flexing constantly.
Oh yeah, you're just walking around like this. I thought you were just constipated, but you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
So how prepared would you be if thrown into the initiation for Dauntless, do you think? How well do you think you'd fare?
I think that we would both do everything we could to survive, regardless of whether we did survive or not. I think we're both fighters, and so we'd give it our all.
We'd probably find it uncomfortable, people witnessing our fears.
Yeah, I would find it uncomfortable people witnessing
thoughts.
my fears. And also those toilets are just like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Go find some grass.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Those
miserable.
toilets are pretty gross.
And both of you have some pretty tough scenes with our beloved Kate Winslet. How much did you enjoy working with her, and what was she like to be around on set?
She was wonderful. It was really nice to work with her. Sort of when you work with somebody who's not only that good, because there's a lot of really amazing actors out there, but when you know their work, and so you already know sort of where they're coming from, makes you come to set every day sort of at the top of your game, I think, in a sense. And
yeah.
And also she's just a fun, really rad woman to have around.
And can you tell us about the atmosphere on set? It must have been great working with a close knit of such a large cast.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I think it's always fun when there's a bunch of kind of young people doing a kind of movie. There was kind of jokes. There was competitivism. There was is competitivism a word? No, competitiveness.
Who's competitive?
Everyone, like just the slight in a not a bad way.
Really?
Yeah. Of course, especially blokes. There's always a bit of chest pumping.
About the guys?
Yeah, as in, you know what I mean. Like, do you know what I mean?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about this afterwards.
And finally, how impressed were you both when you saw the final film? And I have to ask what your faction would be.
Yeah, we saw the final film together for the first time, and I think we were both quite impressed and really proud of it.
Yeah, because you're always a bit scared.
You never know, as an actor, once you leave the movie set, it's really out of your control, and so you have to just surrender to the process. But
I think it kind of holds integrity, and it's not kind of mushy, and the love story is very kind of coherent and adult in many ways, and Also, Neil is a smart guy with good taste, so he kept it, he kept it as real as possible.
And I would be Dauntless and a little Amity.
Dauntless.
Theo and Shailene, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.